Intro music. Intro.
Welcome to episode 3.
Episode 3.
Where we're
coming at you with episode 3.
All right.
Ooh, ow. I just hit myself in the head.
Welcome,
now.
everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us for a third round.
A third round.
That's pretty good, I feel like.
Yeah. And if you're just catching us now, that's right. We already have 2 previous episodes.
That you can
all
watch
available.
Or you cannot. That's okay.
Watch. You can listen. You can start from here. We're glad you clicked.
Live your life. It's your life. Whatever
Live
makes
your
you
life.
the happiest.
Yeah, but do it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but also if you could listen to our previous episodes, that would be really great for us, please.
But also, like, we would just love you forever if you could do that.
We would. Okay, so we're gonna... I would like to reintroduce myself because I feel like, you know, our introductions were a little quick. So just to remind everyone, you know, I'm Tori Fontana. I was attacked by goats in 2nd grade. And that's a little about me.
Okay, let me reintroduce myself. I am Tiana, aka T-Dog, aka T-Dizzle. And fun fact, I'm afraid of chickens. I don't like chickens. Tori constantly forgets I don't like chickens and will try to send me videos she thinks are cute of chickens. And
so many. Why am I around so many chickens?
I don't know why you're around chickens so much. I don't like, they scare me. Please don't peck my brains out. And maybe to do something else. I love sea turtles. There we go. That's my favorite animal. Is a sea turtle.
Sea turtles. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. See?
Yeah.
Fun facts. See, they're so fun, easy. It's, you know,
Yeah.
little get to know us. We want to, you know, if you have any fun facts for yourself, just send us your fun facts.
Send them on in. You know what? You know what Amy's going to send us? I'm going to laugh if she was actually like hearing this, because after she listened to the first episode, she was like, by the way, you're welcome that I saved your life. I feel like she's going to be like, my fun fact is I saved Tiana's life. Be like, listen, I already thanked you a lot.
I thank you every day of my life by living.
Thank you every day.
Okay.
So Amy, thank you for your service. Okay.
I mean, honestly, thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy. Yes, for, you know, because that's why we can do this. But I have
not like the
another...
T-Swift song.
Yes, that too. I was talking to Ma today, though, and she told me a story, which you can, if you want to cut this, go ahead. But she was telling me a story about how, because you were like 2 years old when you were diagnosed with diabetes. Is that right?
Yeah, like 1.5.
1.5. And my mom was telling me she remembers the exact day because her and my dad, do you know this? We're in Crystal Lake at like some church thing, and Pa is a firefighter paramedic. So your call came over the radio on my dad's radio, and immediately my mom was like, oh, that's Tori. Is she okay? She was like freaking out and felt so bad that she was like towns away in Crystal Lake. I was like, I didn't know that.
Just, your mom, for one, is just such a gem too. Like your house was the only one I could sleep over at because she would be like, she would creep in the room and do my insulin and like think she didn't wake me up. I love it so much.
She told me that today too. She was like, I felt so honored because I was the only place that like Tori was able to stay over that. And so I would sneak in and get her insulin.
Yeah.
So Ma, you were caught, but thank you. Cause
you were caught, but it made you even more of a gem.
Yeah, there we go. Wow. She's going to love that you remembered that too. Also, cheers with our...
Cheers. What's in our mugs today, you may ask? And yes, I am matching my mug. Mm-hmm. I have an espresso martini because your girl needs caffeine.
I wish I had an espresso martini, but I am drinking Bam Bam Rebel Rebel sour from WeldWorks.
Delicious.
delicious. It tastes like Fruity Pebbles. And I am not kidding when I say, Tori knows, we had it at the beer fest. How many times did we go back? 2 or 3 for that one beer?
We went like 3, 4 times. Yeah. Well, I went back for you multiple times too.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I feel like we were like the little bartenders of this beer fest too.
We were.
Like bringing people
We
their
had a
drinks.
great time at beer fest. Yeah.
It was it was great, honestly.
We were
Magical
telling
time.
everyone where we had our favorite beers. We were like, you got to go to this stand.
Absolutely, this one. The Blanket Girls. We were the Blanket Girls. I don't think we've ever shared that picture.
I don't think so. Okay, today's the day. We were the Blanket Girls because
We were the Blanket Girls.
Tor came to Colorado and is thoroughly convinced that I don't actually live by mountains because it was snowing
There's
the
no
entire
mountains in Colorado.
weekend. Yeah, none. It was snowing in April the entire weekend, even at the beer fest, and it was freezing,
Which was
and
outside.
It was outside. Yep. We did think it was going to be. I was like, we're fine, even if it snows. It's inside. No,
That's fine. We love snow.
I love correct. So we were bundled up, and then I had a giant blanket that we just snuggled into side by side.
We were known as the Blanket Girls.
We were the Blanket
Never forget
Girls.
going up, being like, "Oh my God, the Blanket Girls! I heard about you." And we're like, "Okay, can I have some beer?"
Our reputation precedes us.
Yeah. Y'all, so Tiana, our lovely chaotic angel that she is, had a great weekend.
Chaotic angel. Okay, yeah, that should be my bio right there.
There we go. I'll add it.
Plus 17% chicken wing. I think I'm always going to be at least
chicken wing. What?
I think I'm going to always be 5% at least chicken wing now just because of that one night.
At least, yeah. And then we'll put like 83% chaotic angel.
That's it. But I will say, that's it. As sick as I felt, everyone I've told is like thoroughly impressed that I ate that many wings. So I'm like, all right, listen, I'll take it.
Honestly, it's pretty impressive. It's an impressive amount.
But yeah, I did have kind of a crazy weekend.
Yes. Tell me about it because I haven't heard about it.
I know. Oh my gosh, I didn't tell you about it. Yes. Okay. So Friday, I spent the weekend in Fort Collins with some pals of mine, Cassidy and Will. Thank you, Cassidy, for introducing me to Will. That's how I got that friend. I'm just like mooching off of other people's friends at this point.
But you're such a gem, so like people want to be your friend, which we love.
Listen, I love it too. I'm glad that you like me because it's we need some reassurance. I'm pretty confident in myself, but we need some reassurance. You know what I mean? But I had the weirdest experience, one of the weirdest experiences of my life Friday night. So I've been to a rave before. We've been to a rave together. And Cassidy and Will have never been, and they're so freaking adorable. They together made like summer bucket lists like you did when you were in high school, which now I want to make one. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll steal it. Yeah. Absolutely.
Podcast bucket list. Oh my God.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. That's it.
Okay.
And one of theirs this summer was to go to a rave. And so we knew we were going to Fort Collins, and Will found a SpongeBob SquarePants rave. Sounds amazing, right? I've been to a Shrek rave. I've been to like an ABBA disco rave. Love them all.
Time for SpongeBob.
And it's SpongeBob,
The next
right? Like
logical step.
the next logical step. However, I did take a video because, I should note as well, we may or may not have taken some shrooms prior to attending this. Can I say that on air? If not, just cut it. But I was under the influence. And
was under the influence in some sort of way.
in some form of way. I was feeling great. So we were walking there. It was beautiful outside. We were having a grand old time. Like, just being stupid, walking there. And we walk in, and first off, it's like a bunch of like 18 to 20-year-olds. Because we forgot that it was like graduation month, weekend, whatever. And CSU was in Fort Collins, a very giant school. And so we're like, listen, that's fine. Like, we'll just get down there. We'll have a great time. We'll do our own thing. First of all, I've never experienced this at like like they were doing like mosh pits and throwing people. I'm like, this is a different venue than that. Like, we're supposed to be dancing and having fun. And this one guy kept running into me, and he had so much other space. And I don't take up a lot of space. And he kept running into me, and something in my brain was just like, no, I don't want to judge. But
please excuse me while I do.
But please excuse me while I continue to judge. I'm sure everyone was judging me there that night. They're like, who let the old lady in?
Listen, live your life. Even if you're getting judged, who cares?
Yes. But one, there were, and again, I don't know if we should put this part in, but I need you to know, Tori, there were furries there. I've never seen one in the wild like that. Again,
I did in Quebec.
You do you. You did?
Yeah. First time I've ever seen one.
Okay. Well, maybe we should talk about this. I'm not going to be mean. But yeah, no, first time I saw furries out in the wild, and I'm like, you do you. But I was on drugs, and the mask one of them had on, I swear to God, they kept looking at me right into my soul. And I was just, I was not thriving. Again, you do you. Everyone has their own thing. I love that for you. I was just not expecting it. And then
understandably
these DJs, they probably were 21. They looked 16. And again, I like going to like DJ shows. This is not my first rodeo. However, one of the guys,
my first rodeo with furries.
it was that was my first rodeo. Yeah, that sure was. But and listen, okay, like again, I can't chug like any alcohol. I'm not a chugger. I can't even chug coffee. Like I can chug water, and that's about it. And this like 16-year-old looking dude like held up a beer like he was the coolest. He was like, oh my God, I have a beer. He tried to chug it twice, only got about halfway through the beer. Meanwhile, his friend was just chugging a water bottle. I'm like, are you thinking that's impressive right now?
You should have showed him up.
I should have, but again, I can't even chug.
You said you could chug water.
I'm just in the back. And then the moves that these youngins do, the youths of today, I'm looking at their dance moves and I'm like, my neck just hurts watching you right now. They do so much like, I was like,
oh my gosh,
I felt so old. And then we left by 11:30. I think we were there for like an hour and that was it.
Which didn't help.
Yeah. So that was my night Friday. It was
amazing.
It was an experience. An experience
for sure.
For sure. I love my pals, so I had a great time. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was like, this is not what. I don't need to do this again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did this once. I think I'm good.
One and done with the SpongeBob Raves, I've learned. Also, and I'm used to this, right? The visuals are weird, but they brought in a Shrek visual at one point, which I love Shrek. But the specific one they brought in.
The Shrek one?
Made it, right? I'm like, it made me so uncomfy and like, cause I was just like taking, and I was just like, sitting there like, or standing there like that. And I was like, what is my life right now? Like, where am I? I feel like I'm on another planet. So I'll have to share a video that I took of it because
absolutely you will.
It was interesting. Yeah.
You know, I've never done shrooms. I've heard great things. I think it'd be an audience, let us know. we do shrooms, record an episode together, because we would just be vibing and it would be magical.
We would be vibing. But honestly, okay, my favorite time to like is when I'm out in nature. Because
we could do a nature one. Well, it plugs into your phone.
We could do a nature one. We totally can. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we can.
But I mean, I'm always down. I'm so down to do that with you. Absolutely.
Yes, okay.
And we could just record ourselves
when I see the flights.
Yes. Yeah, because
allegedly there's mountains in Colorado.
Allegedly. I mean, I can tell you they're there today, but who knows if they'll be there tomorrow.
We were FaceTiming and Tiana was like, look, there's mountains. When I went to Quebec, it was the first time I'd ever seen mountains. Not really.
I know. I'm like, as if you didn't visit last summer. Like,
yeah. Every time there's been such overcast though.
There really has been, which
apparently lives by mountains.
Because
so she says.
So I say. You're like, you say you go on these hikes, but I really just like edit them or they're AI. You know, I'm not actually hiking.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to update on my jury duty.
Jury duty update. Jessica
jury
Day.
duty. Wanted my Jessica Day moment, and I did not get it. I did not get my moment.
FaceTime.
No,
real defeated.
I was real defeated. I was the only person in this entire building who was bummed. But I got there bright and 7:30 in the morning. They had a lot. There were so many jurors called that I waited almost, I think, 30 minutes in line just to get through the security to get into the building because it's a government building.
Correct.
And I get in and then I'm taken to a different room, blah, blah, blah. The commissioner was actually really funny, like, because he had to give us all a spiel and stuff. And so then they're like, all right, we have 5 cases. They're going to come down. And if they call your name, like, blah, 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 all this stuff. So I'm just waiting there. You win the lotto, right? I'm like, again, I would love to be picked. Most people want to go home. Pick me, choose me, love me.
Exactly.
And so like 2 hours go by. And it was nice because down there you can like be on your phone, right? Not when you go up to like the courtroom, but like down there you can be on your phone. So I was like, all right, whatever.
That's good.
And people are getting called and I'm just like, let it be, please let it be me. Let it once be me. Like, I just want my name to be called. So they have like, literally, I'm like, I don't want them to know I want it. You know what I mean? But I want it. But I want them to know, but I need it. And so then they get through like three cases. One of them, they even called like 60 people. And again, my name was not on that list. And then the commissioner comes down and there were supposed to be 2 more cases, but they were not having them today. One had to be like postponed and then the other one settled. So I got to go home at like 10:30 in the morning. I mean, if this is my work listening, I was there all day.
She was there.
Listen, my document says I was there all day. So I did, though, go get myself bonfire burritos in Golden because I had to go to Golden for my jury duty. And those are some of the best fucking breakfast burritos. I don't think I've taken you there yet. I will. I'm so sorry.
No, the next time I visit, when we do shrooms in nature.
Yes, we'll go to Bonfire Burrito because it is. Oh my god, it's so good. I get their breakfast
we'll go
ones.
Get burritos, do shrooms, go in nature.
Go in nature. That's it. That's it.
I love it.
That's it. Yep.
I love it. See, podcast bucket list.
Podcast bucket list. That's it.
Item 1.
Yeah. So then
let us know if you want that episode.
I feel like it's gonna be a yes.
Hopefully it's a yeah, but what if they're like, absolutely not. Give us more Taylor Swift.
Hey, we can do that too.
We can absolutely do that.
I'm sure we'll listen to Taylor Swift. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, so then I just left without getting called and I was bummed. So maybe next time.
They said try again in a year.
Try again. Yeah, they did say, they were like, maybe next year you guys will. And I'm like, I have to wait a year. And then I'm like, fine. Yeah. I just want it. I just want my moment.
Just please, if you could pick me, that would mean so much.
Honestly. But yeah, so that was my jury duty. Pretty anticlimactic, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. But we were enthused to get there. So.
But what?
We were enthused to get there.
We were excited to be called. I got to see a little bit of the process. Next time I'll see more. I am just really intrigued in it. Like, you know.
It was, yeah, that was just chapter 1.
That was just chapter 1.
We'll be back.
Guess what? The rest is still unwritten. Thank you, Natasha Bedingfield.
So good.
Yep. So yeah, there's that.
If we could play that song right now.
Yep. The rest is still unwritten.
Love that. Love your weekend. Love jury duty.
Thank you. How are we getting into Canada next?
Canada. We'll chat about Canada. All right, so to hop on Tiana's furry train here, we'll talk about the furry.
I wish you would. I wish you would.
So there is this old street, and Jacob's going to be like, this is all inaccurate information because he is the one who did all the research, and I just hopped along, had a great time. Mm-hmm. But so there is a street in Quebec that's like an old French street, and it is like, you go there, there's some shops, it's cute, it's completely closed to cars, it is just for walking. Ooh. And we're walking, we've smoked a joint, we're having a great time, we're vibing, we're listening to Taylor Swift, and all of a sudden, just here's this furry just walking down broad daylight with a pal, like a not furry pal, just a pal with a backpack. We're like, did you just come from school, or what is this happening here? Yeah. And both Jacob and I were like, never seen one of these in public, so that was an experience.
That is a great time. Again, good for you. I'm just wasn't expecting it.
It was surprising for me. Love that for you. Love that apparently they're also just like, fuck it, let's go out all the time now.
Yeah, owning it.
Maybe that's been a thing always. We just didn't notice.
Maybe.
So
who knows?
Fix this. And then otherwise, Canada was. If you guys have never been to Canada, I highly recommend Canada. For one, it's just great because it doesn't have a smell. And I can't explain how great that was.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got out of O'Hare and I was like, there's that urine. There it is.
It's always there. It's always lingering somewhere.
Always there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
there. Spent the whole trip basically just dancing around these streets of Quebec, 2 tortured poets, sending Tiana Snapchats.
Oh my God, Tiana.
Oh my God, Tiana.
That was my favorite. I loved it so much.
You have so many Snapchats from me.
I know. I'm so bad. I know. I almost took a picture of all the ones I have to. I'm just so bad at. I'm so sorry. I'll get to it.
Literally, it is. 1, don't apologize. You are an angel. For 2, they are also a lot of things that I send you because I'm like, oh, we'll talk about this on the podcast. So here's some backstory for it. So if you watch them, a lot of them you don't need to respond to. It's just there's some
that
insights
is good to know.
For you.
Yeah, because I get the like. This is not like a real thing, but like response paralysis. Like I'll see it, but then I'm like, oh, I don't have the energy to like respond. So that's good to know. I got you.
Yeah, no, I get that too. Or like when you like, oh, this has been here for a week and a half. Like now I just feel kind of like a jerk. It's like, I'll just keep waiting. And then a month goes past and you haven't heard from me. And is she a ghost? Who knows?
She's
knows?
There. Who knows?
Did
you know you can apparently unsend Snapchats now? Because I'll tell you how I figured this out. A boy I haven't talked to in a while Snapchatted me last week.
Okay, so boy.
I'll tell you who it is later. Or did I already tell you? I think I did. So I got a Snapchat from a boy last week, and it's me. I mean, if I open it in 3 days, like that's pretty good. You know what I mean? So
Pretty good.
it's pretty good. So I went to open it 3 days later and I clicked on it, and then it took me to like messages, and it was like, so-and-so unsent this snap. And it literally, and I was like, I guess like you can unsend text messages. I've also had a boy do, I'm like, what's the point? I already saw the text message. Like, now you just unsent it. It still pops up down and then it's gone. But yeah, so I was just like, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting an unsent Snapchat.
Huh. Well, I'm glad that they've done that though. That's pretty cool that they've come up to with everyone else of unsending things.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
Every time I go to like type, you be like, oh, never mind, ignore that text. I'm like, oh, I'll just unsend it. And then that option is not there. And I'm like, well, damn it.
Because I don't know the time limit for unsending, but there's got to be some, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because I'm like, you've gotten a lot of never minds from me where I've tried to unsend every single never mind text you've gotten. She's like, wow, that's a lot.
That's hilarious knowing that because I just,
yeah. If I text you saying never mind, just ignore that, I have failed. I've tried my best and it's not going well.
Doing my best. Yeah. Okay, so what else about Canada? You're dancing around the streets to T Swift?
Dancing around the streets. It was honestly, every single person there was great. We were in the French part of Canada. We were in Quebec. And everyone, for one, they're all sassy. And I need everyone in America. I need to be just so clear about this fact. The people in Canada are so nice. If you are a dick, they're gonna be a dick to you. Mm-hmm. So the people who are like, oh, the French Canadians are assholes. Well, the problem is not them.
Yeah, people, if they're mean to you, it's you. You're the problem. It's you.
Like, hello. And just,
it's not that hard to be nice.
To Jamaica, it's not challenging. Even like we went to Jamaica and everyone was lovely to us. And then some people were like, oh, they were kind of mean. And we're like, oh, well, that doesn't seem like a problem with them. Like, sorry. But how do you say that in a nice way of like, well, maybe if you tried being kind to them first, you would get the same back. How do you, is that just how you say it?
That seems pretty nice to me to say it like that. Hey, treat people with kindness. You'll get treated with kindness right back.
Did they stop teaching treat others how you want to be treated? That's just,
I think so.
I feel like that is to my core.
Know what? I feel like it's individual too, because a lot of people our ages are also not. You know what I mean? And we know this. Oh, everyone we know knows this, but, well, not everyone we know, but.
Unfortunately, not everyone we know.
Unfortunately not. I love going to therapy and I love being accountable. But it's hard sometimes.
It's so hard, but just honestly, so great. But
side note, major green flag for me when dating someone, and you know who also said this, or like agrees with this. But you have to be willing to go to therapy. If you're not willing to go to therapy, that tells me you need therapy more than anyone else.
Yeah, and also, why are you so close-minded that you're unwilling to go? For one, I don't want to deal with that. Like,
no,
absolutely
like you'll be happier.
Hard pass.
Like if you, because I think everyone needs therapy. I've been in therapy for 10 years plus. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, we're encroaching, I think, on 5 over here.
Ayo. Go Deb and Cindy.
Deb and Cindy. Hey.
Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, green flag. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's just a tool. Like, it's a helpful tool to use.
Yep.
Just use it. Take what you can from it. You don't have to like share. You also like, you can choose what to share in therapy. If you're just like, hey, I want to work on this one thing about myself, do it. Like,
and then you know what?
Why not?
You'll probably be like, oh my God, that felt amazing. Let me do more.
Oh my gosh, do I feel lighter? Is this what outside of depression feels like?
Is this healing? Like,
Oh my God.
It's
Is that
cold.
the Suns?
Is that I'm enjoying life now? What? It's crazy. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Crazy amazing. Yeah. But yeah, what else about Canada? Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
There was a coffee shop in Canada that we frequented, and we went there
Love it.
every morning. It was the recommended place to go to, and they played TTPD. And they did not just play, like, they weren't just Fortnite. I'm talking, they played Down Bad. They played My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite
Yes!
Toys. They played The Alchemy. They played like 7 songs, and I was just drinking my coffee and vibing. There was a dog next to me. I was like, I was born to live here.
Oh my gosh, I love that for you. What was your favorite
amazing.
coffee drink you got there?
My favorite coffee that I got there was just a plain caramel latte from Smith's.
But a good one is because those can go bad. Yeah.
A huge cup. It was, and they had pastries. They had like all these made fresh pastries. There was like the area we stayed at was just this. Honestly, picture Gilmore Girls. Okay, I don't think you've seen Gilmore Girls, but it's a cute. Some. Okay. Their little downtown area. This is what the area we stayed in Quebec was like. They had a square you could walk all around in. There was a coffee shop over here. There was a ton of restaurants. We did a self-guided poutine and cocktail tour.
I love it.
So great. We vibed with all the bartenders we met. We just had a great time with everyone. It was just an amazing trip. Honestly, I feel like I'm really kind of coming into myself lately here though, because like I have like even when I went to Colorado, like I felt so comfortable being myself, and it's so different for me.
No, I'm
loving it too.
I'm like, cause that is hard. And I feel like it's, like when you get to that point, it's like, oh yay, like this is me. Like,
yeah. Like, hello world.
Hello. Yeah.
I had some feedback from a family member relayed to me recently that said, wow, I'm really glad that she seems to have come around now because she seemed really standoffish before. And I was like, damn it. I'm like, I really tried to be open. But yeah, I am discovering myself. Thank you.
That's a thing to say out loud. Yeah, that's an interesting thing to say out loud.
An interesting thing to say out loud. A great thing to use.
Yep, that is. Yeah.
Great time.
One time, a random guy at a bar told me I had too much personality after I turned him down. And I was like, that's the biggest compliment you could have given me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'm
actually going to grow it even more now.
I am. Yeah. And it has grown. The personality has grown.
It has grown. And we love it. Honestly, 10 out of 10. 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 Great. And we're still doing work. Hey.
Yeah, we are.
Hey. Yeah.
I love it. That trip sounds amazing. I'm so glad you had so much fun.
Tell us about your weekend. What are your weekend plans?
My weekend plans. Thank you so much for asking. I am flying to Georgia tomorrow.
Georgia.
Or should I say, I'm flying to Georgia this week. And I don't know why that. For a bachelorette party down in Savannah, Georgia. So I'll get to see all my pals there. I'm so excited. Abby and Rob are getting married in August. So we have Abby's bachelorette party. I'll get to see Heather since I'm flying into Atlanta. It's going to be so much fun. I know some of the stuff we're doing, but I kind of want to save it. I'll save it for the next episode and tell you all about all the things we did.
I love it.
Because I'm excited. Okay. Yeah.
Tiana's going to have a great weekend.
It's going to be great. Week. I am so tired already, though. I'm going to be so tired next week.
Oh my God. And her flight's at like 4 a.m.
I have to, my flight leaves at 6:45 a.m. and my flight doesn't land back here next week until 11:30 p.m. So it's going to be rough, but so worth it. So I'm excited. It'll be good.
So worth it.
Yeah.
That'll be really great.
Yeah.
That'll be such a hoot.
I'm excited. It's like my 6th time flying to Georgia in the last 8 months. But it's so cheap. It's so cheap.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I wish the flights to Chicago were that cheap.
Honestly, like $50 round trip. I'm like, that's like almost a tank of gas, or that is more than a tank of gas for me. But yeah. Sorry. What's your weekend? What do you got going on? Tour?
What do I have going on? Oh my God. So Friday night is date night. So
Date night.
guys, okay, to let you in on a little bit of tidbit here. Tiana has found a fella who is just a gem, and I'm gonna talk about what a gem.
Okay, I love it.
Real quick. Yes, and so Jake and I were like, shit. Remember when we first started dating, and it was so great for us, and so we're like, let's go on more dates. And so this weekend we found out that the Crystal Lake Brewing right by our house you can bring your own food. So we're going to bring some tacos. We're going to do some flights. It's going to be amazing.
That sounds amazing.
So we're doing that on Friday. Amazing. And then Saturday is my typical swear and rip up my garden, as always in the spring and summer. If anyone has any gardening tips that are not that I have to like sell my soul to the devil to keep up with my garden, that would be great.
Lovely.
Yeah. And then Sunday, I'm probably doing Dungeons and Dragons, as I typically do on Sundays, because I have a super cool life.
Yes. You do. I've always wanted to be a part of a D&D campaign, but I always say I'm going to stop being busy. But
you're not.
And then it turns out I'm never not busy. So
You're never not busy. But that's so good. Like, you have so many friends, and you have a thriving life. Never change.
it's up and down.
Unless you want to slow down, then obviously.
I mean, busy doesn't always mean good. Right now, busy means good though. So I'll take it. Yeah. Right now, it's all good busy. So I'll take that for sure. But yeah. Well, that sounds. We're gonna have 2 great weekends. I love this. We'll have so much to talk about.
We're going to have great weekends. Yeah, we're going to have so much to talk about for episode 4. You all, thank you for joining us for episode 3. If you've listened for 2 and 1 as well, pretty cool.
Thank you.
Honestly, this is the first one that it wasn't solely based on Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So
we do have other stuff going on.
That was just the majority.
Topics. We do have other stuff.
She was playing in the background in our minds the whole time. But
always, literally always. Yeah. Oh, one last thing. We've talked about some vacations. We got vacations past, some coming up. Where do you think TNT Gal Pal should go?
Okay, guys, we're going to go on an adventure together. Probably, honestly, who knows? End of this year, next year, who knows? Yeah. Depends where you guys tell us we should go.
Yeah, that's true. Depends how much do I have to save.
You girls are cheap, okay? Yeah. Let's just be honest here. So if you could tell us the best and most affordable vacation you've ever taken and can tell us where to go, we are going to take a vacation together. We're going to bring the producer to record everything.
I guess.
He's going to be, he's going to be a worker bee the whole time. Yeah.
So we just need your input. We want to be ballin' on a budget, okay?
Ballin' on a budget. We want to drink. We want to eat. We want to socialize, which is honestly, we can do anywhere. So, I mean, don't send us to like Ohio.
Yeah, that's going to be vetoed. Yeah. So you let us send us your favorites, your ideas. We're going to make one happen here.
We're going to make one happen. We're going to record it, and it's going to be a hoot for everyone.
Absolutely.
And guys, we'll be together, so we'll be able to go live as well. So tune in for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
heck
shit.
Yeah. Make sure we have Instagram. We have all. That's the only one I can remember off the top of my head. Tor, you do it instead.
Instagram, TikTok. We've got Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. What side of the line you want. We've got a Threads for reasons unknown.
Yeah, who knows?
honestly, you can find us on almost any social media platform, anywhere you listen to podcasts or watch them, because we do also have video on YouTube and Spotify. So if you're like, wow, listening to this is kind of, I wish there was video to go along with it. Great news. There is.
And there's lots of hand gestures, okay? We use our hands to talk all the time. So it really is.
All the time. And also, it will just help if you can see when we're about to laugh. So.
Yeah, then you can move it if need be. But we try our darndest.
If need be. But we're doing better. This is episode 3, and honestly, we're kind of crushing it.
We're kind of crushing it.
We're kind of crushing it.
So go crush it, everyone.
Thanks for being a part of the TNT Gal Pals, and I hope you have a magical week.
And weekend.
We'll see you soon.
See you next time. And weekend. See you next time.